Here we are, we're back again. Last night I started doing the tank washout because the tank was completely full of all kinds of crud from sitting all these years. And I went ahead and did the first part. It's like a 3 or 4 part, depending on how much you go through this and how bad the tank is. Process. Last night I went ahead and pulled the petcock and completely filled the tank up several times with water and tried to get as much crud out. I put a bunch of nuts and bolts inside the tank and shook it around, break all the crud that might be caked up on the inside of the tank loose, and then flushed it out a bunch of more times. And then afterwards I went ahead and made a plate and a gasket, got some bolts, and I blocked off the like a petcock hole. And then I filled it with a solution of the muriatic acid stripper that I showed you on the last go around for the bolts. This time though I cut it down, what called 2 gallons for every gallon, or 2 to 1 solution. I didn't want to bake the heck out of the inside of the tank and cause any of the seams to leak. It may or may not have been necessary at that point, but that's what I did. This is the second bucket that I flushed out of there. You can see it's really nasty. And I've flushed this thing twice since then to get all the nonsense out of it. And it's starting to come pretty clean. It was really bad. I wish I took some pictures and showed you before, but the bottom is starting to get cleaned out. You can see a lot of it starting to break up and do pretty good. But it's going to take a couple, at least one more time. But right now, what I want to do is I'm going to put the blocking plate back on, and I'm going to put some of the straight 2%, I call it straight, acid wash in there. I'm going to shake it around, and then I'm going to drain it off after about 15 minutes or so, and I'm going to do that a couple, 2 or 3 times, and by the time I get done, that ought to look a lot better than it does right now. So anyhow, that's where we're at, and I'll see you on the backside.